What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video with your boy Jordan. I wanted to do something a little bit different today and talk about my first Mustang Week experience, which was 2012. Yes, I've been going to Mustang Week since 2012. I took that girl right there to Mustang Week in 2012. That was my first time going. It was absolutely insane. Like, that was an insane first trip. It was lit. I don't think Mustang Week has ever been as crazy as it was for me the first time that I went in 2012. Just to preface this story just a little bit really quickly, this was before the car was famous. This was before the David Patterson reviews. This was before I even knew about David Patterson. I think right after Mustang Week 2012 was when I watched like maybe his first video when he was getting his blue Mustang GT50. Like I think he at the time had a 3-valve black Mustang GT. I remember the first time I went to Mustang Week, I was in love. I had my girlfriend with me. I was like really in love. She was really, really beautiful. Like it was a highlight in my life. I was really young. I had my dream car. It had the dream setup on it. And literally I was going to Mustang Week for the first time. And I was really young. I think I was 18 the first time I went to Mustang Week. And for me, the first time it was just like heaven. Because I had my girlfriend there that I was in love with, and like I could just like kiss her and like be there with her, and at the same time I had this car and it was still brand. I'd only had it for like at that point less than a year. I'd already put Borla attack mufflers on it, already put Cook's headers on it, I already had it tuned at Pro Dyno, and I was just in heaven the first time I went to Mustang Week. Here's where I really quickly want to go in this story. I don't want to talk about Mustang Week the whole thing. A couple little stories that I want to talk about. This car was so loud that there was an event at Mustang Week where you would go to the racetrack. It was like the speedway. There was a burnout contest that you could do, and there was also like a cone track thing, and then there was also, you could actually get on the speedway and take a lap, but it was very restricted. There were cones everywhere, so you really couldn't get up to that high of acceleration. But anyways, I didn't want to put this car in a burnout competition because I didn't want to like kill my car. I didn't want to burn my tires. I just want to do my first donut. I'd never done a donut. I was 18. I'd never done a donut before. I know some of you guys are probably 14, already done your first donut, but not me. So in the middle of the speedway, there's this big open space where some Mustangs were doing donuts, and they weren't in the contest, and it seemed like it was kind of cool. Everyone was doing it. I was like, I want to do my first donut, so I'm going to go in the little space where everyone else is doing their donut. And so a couple of the guys pulled out after they did their donuts. I stopped one of them. I was like, they're letting you guys do this, right? It's okay? Like this is fine. Like, you know, we can do this. We're not going to get in trouble. And they're like, yeah, man, it's fine. So I started spinning around with my girlfriend in the car. We were having like a good time. She was loving it. I was loving it. There's a bee. Go away. Go. I don't want you here. Anyways, she was loving it. I was loving it. We were just spinning around, going crazy, and oh man, it was good. Anyways, we spun around a couple times. We didn't spin around that many times. I think we maybe spun around like 4 or 5 times. I was just learning to do a donut. And then one of the guys that was working at Mustang Week came over there, and he's like, you guys gotta stop right now or we're gonna kick you out, and like all this different stuff. And they were like yelling at us, and I was like, I'm sorry, sir, like we're stopping. But I like thought this was okay because I asked all these other people, and they're like, no. But what the thing was is the other Mustangs were being drowned out when they were doing their little burnouts in the middle by the people that were actually doing the burnout competition. But my car was so loud that it was echoing off the sides of the speedway. And so when I finished my donuts and I actually started talking to people, they were like, bro, we were at the other side of the speedway and we heard this other Mustang that was echoing above the Mustangs that were doing the burnouts. This is your car? I was like, my car just echoed off the side of the speedway, like on the other side. So that was my first kind of like experience with just how loud my car is to other people. And people don't realize on video just how loud it is until they see me in person. They're like, bro, I've seen some videos of your car, like I want to hear it, and I rev it and they're like, oh my god, it's really loud. And that was the whole goal when I bought the car and like had the exhaust put on. Like I wanted to build the most obnoxious sounding Cobra ever. Anyways, fast forward on that night, one of the other crazy things that happened is Mustang week. Everyone goes onto the strip and kind of cruises up and down the strip, and it's just like a straight road with like Ripley's Believe It or Not and all these buildings, and it's just a cruise at night, and it's kind of fun. And usually there's like people on the side and they'll like try to get you to do a burnout, and some people will be like, rev it up and like all this kind of good stuff. And I didn't do a burnout on this trip, but I did end up revving a few times. And there was one time where I revved and I held it till I revved it like 6 grand, and it was loud. And I didn't know, but there was a Segway cop behind me. There's a lady on a Segway cop. There's a lady on a Segway, and I scared her so bad that she fell off her Segway. Like she was just like behind me like this, and then like she fell off. She fell off the Segway in front of everybody, and everyone saw all of it. Yeah, she was embarrassed, so she like lit me up, pulled me over. They pulled me into this alleyway, surrounded me with like 4 police cars, a police golf cart, and a police Segway, and kept me there for 2 hours just to make an example out of me. I was young, I didn't know what to do. I was like maybe thinking I could get out of the car and talk to him. And I remember after we stood there for 2 hours, I was talking to my girlfriend. I was like, I'm gonna get out and say something to him. So I got out of my car, and 4 police officers pull their weapons on me, their pistols, and I'm like, whoa, what's up? Why are you pulling your weapons on me? I didn't know you're not supposed to get out of your car. I really don't think that was necessary because I was an 18-year-old kid that just didn't, like, that was not necessary. I feel like they were kind of on a power trip. But long story short, I got a $400 fine for racing engine. It wasn't an actual fine that could go against your license, but it was a fine that I had to pay $400 for. And the county at Myrtle Beach is called Horry County, and so at the time I thought, I'm gonna have to come back to Horry County when I live 4 hours away and pay this. And long story short, I didn't have to. You just kind of send it in. Now, the Mustang week has been going on so long. In 2018, 2017, if you were to go over there and rev really loud, they could actually arrest you and impound your car. Long story short, guys, Mustang week 2012 was probably the first really interesting life adventure that I had. I had a lot since then, and if you like these kind of videos, if you like these stories, I've got a lot more of them. I have had so many experiences with that car. Like, I can't even put into words how many, like, I've had a lot of experiences. Me, that car, ex-girlfriends, me, that car, friends, me, that car, just like taking people for joyrides, scaring them. I've just had so many experiences with that car that every time I try to sell it for whatever reason, because I need money for this or that, I'm just like, I can't. Hey guys, that's gonna bring this video to a conclusion. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like. That helps me out so much. Comment if you have any questions or concerns. Share the video if you know anyone that would enjoy this video. Until next time, guys, all love. Oh, wait, and by the way, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And make sure that you ring that bell because I post daily videos every single day.